Alright, hey guys, Levi here. So today's video is going to be about bottom growth. For those of you who don't know what I mean by bottom growth, I'm talking about when trans guys, when they start taking testosterone, their clit starts to grow. It gets bigger, it starts to kind of look like the head of the penis. Some guys grow a little, some guys grow a whole lot. You can also affect how much you grow if you decide to use a pump or vice versa, but I'll get into that later. But basically, I decided to make this video. I was having a talk with one of my friends who just started taking testosterone, and I was asking him what he was starting to notice. It's been about a week or so, and then the first thing he was like, "Nothing. I'm not really sweaty or anything, but my junk grew." And I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of weird how that happens." I'll say that I noticed bottom growth maybe not even 4 days after my first shot of testosterone, and I started off on a really low dosage too, so I didn't even expect anything else to change. For you guys who haven't started T yet, or for anyone who's just curious, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to get super, super sensitive. It's just like, oh, you bump into something, you're like, that was a unique feeling. And I mean, it's pretty cool, but it's definitely one of the reasons why your sex drive is going to shoot up, because you're going to be a lot more sensitive. So every time you bump into something, you're going to be like, oh, hello there. Let's see, I'm about a little over 9 months, almost 10 months on T, and I would say that I went through the first 2 months I was super, super sensitive, and I didn't really notice anything different. And then as soon as I've noticed every time my dosage changed, I have felt a little bit more bottom growth, or more sensitivity every time my dosage changed. I'll feel super, super sensitive for the first week or so on the new dosage, and then I won't really notice much of a difference. My sex drive has been kind of different, but other than that, I haven't really felt anything. I would say the second main thing I noticed as far as stuff going on downstairs was just that I got super dry. There's no nice pretty way to say that I have a lot of vaginal dryness now. I mean, it sucks, but it is what it is. That's what happens when you go through puberty and menopause at the same time. I will say that I have been using this stuff called Renew by System Joe. I actually have a bottle right here, so you guys can see what it looks like. Renew. I hate that it says Joe for her, but I mean, it's a product for vaginal usage, so I mean, I haven't caught up with the times. It is what it is. But it works really awesome. You just apply it to the external vaginal area. Basically, it just cuts down on any chafing, or it helps with any dryness that might be happening. Once you've started testosterone, it's meant mostly for women that are going through menopause, but I mean, if you're a trans guy, you're going through menopause too. It is what it is. Like I said, let's see. I would also suggest cutting down on cotton briefs when starting T, to deal with bottom growth sensitivity, because when you're walking, there's rubbing, and it's not necessarily the most comfortable feeling all the time. So I personally prefer the athletic mesh type boxers or boxer briefs, just because it gives a little bit more breather room. That, and it's just easier to pack with boxer briefs anyway than it is to pack with briefs. Just something I've noticed. And then I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions about bottom growth, I said I was going to talk about pumping, but I think that I'm going to make pumping a totally separate video, because there's a lot of things that go into pumping to try and get extra growth and stuff like that, and there's some toys and stuff like that that I can show you guys that actually helps with your bottom growth if you're trying to actually get longer, if that's what you're going for, because over time you will just keep getting longer, but eventually after the first year and a half or so, you're going to stop growing. So if you want to try and maximize your growth, you want to start pumping within the first year. But like I said, I'll talk about that in a later video, probably sometime this week. I hope this was helpful or informative to you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.